Ready to dive into some seriously cool AI stuff. We're talking about maximizing AI's potential, but not just with those off-the-shelf solutions everyone talks about.
Mm-hmm.
We're going deeper, exploring custom approaches,
Mm.
really tailoring things. This all started with a document called The Most Creative Approaches to AI Implementation that go beyond off-the-shelf solutions and deliver best-in-class ROI. And let me tell you, it's packed with insights. So, lots of businesses are naturally drawn to those ready-made AI solutions, right? They sound quick, affordable, easy to use. But are we sometimes missing out by going that route?
Yeah, it's kind of like, well, you get what you pay for, right? Those off-the-shelf AI solutions definitely have their place, especially for businesses just starting out with AI. They're budget-friendly, easy to set up, pretty user-friendly.
Makes sense. But at what point does it make more sense to level up? You know, when should we consider a custom AI solution instead?
That's the question, isn't it? It's almost like, imagine you're a high-end fashion designer. Buying a suit off the rack, it works for some things, but for a really impactful look, you'd want something tailored just for you.
Okay, I see where you're going with this. So custom AI, it's like that perfectly tailored suit, but for your business.
Exactly. And the document even gives this cool example. There's this company, Stitch Fix. They use AI to give personalized clothing recommendations to their customers. But here's the thing, they're not just using some generic algorithm. They train their AI on tons of data, like customer preferences, style trends, even what's happening on social media.
Wow, that's some next level personalization.
Okay.
They're not just recommending any old shirt. They're finding stuff that really fits each person's style.
Exactly. It highlights how off-the-shelf AI can be a bit one-size-fits-all, which might not cut it for every business challenge. And it's not just about making it your own, it's also about control. Custom AI gives you more control over your data, how it's used, which is a big deal for companies these days.
For sure, data privacy is huge.
Mm.
But this doesn't mean we have to completely ditch the off-the-shelf stuff, right? There's got to be some middle ground.
You got it. There's definitely a lot of value in those pre-built tools, especially for things like analyzing data or automating routine tasks. It's about finding that sweet spot, when to use what's readily available and when to go for a more custom approach, cost effectiveness versus getting the exact functionality you need.
Okay, so we figured out the right AI solution, whether that's off-the-shelf, custom-made, or even mixing the two. But that doesn't automatically mean we'll succeed.
Right. It's like, buying a top of the line oven without any idea how to use it could just end up as a fancy dust collector in the kitchen.
Exactly. So how do we avoid that? How do we make sure AI really becomes a part of our business, and actually delivers?
Well, the document really stresses thinking strategically. It's about making AI part of the core of your business, not just some separate thing you tack on.
I like that. Weaving it into the fabric. So where do we even start? What are the main things we need to focus on to do that?
Even before algorithms and all that data stuff, you got to be crystal clear on your goals. What's the whole point of using AI in the first place?
Right, like having a really clear picture of what success looks like. Is it about happier customers, smoother operations, or even finding completely new ways to make money?
Exactly. When you've got those specific targets in mind, that's how you'll measure if your AI is actually paying off later.
Which, let's be real, is something every stakeholder wants to see.
For sure. Okay, so you've nailed down those goals. Now it's time to look at your data situation.
Yeah.
AI runs on data, right? It's the fuel for all those smart algorithms.
Data, data, data. It's essential for any AI project. But it's not just about having mountains of data, right? There's got to be more to it.
Exactly. It has to be the right kind of data,
hmm
accurate, useful to your goals, and in a format your AI systems can actually understand.
So it's like, I don't know, using the right ingredients when you're cooking. Salt instead of sugar. Even if you're a great baker, it's going to be a disaster.
Spot on. And the document actually brings up this great example. Unilever, the consumer goods company.
Oh, yeah. The ones using AI to analyze what people are saying on social media.
Right. Well, they're also using AI to make their supply chain way more efficient, like predicting when demand will go up or down, spotting bottlenecks, even automating how they manage inventory.
So it's like they're making their supply chain smarter and faster and better at responding to customers.
Exactly. Which is huge these days, with all the unexpected problems that can pop up. AI helps businesses adapt and be more resilient, which gives them a real advantage.
Absolutely. Okay, so we have our goals, good data, and it still feels like a big step to go all in on AI, at least to me.
And that's exactly why the document suggests starting small. You don't have to bet everything at once. Do some pilot programs, try different things out, see what works, then you can gradually scale up from there.
I like that. It's like testing the waters before jumping into the deep end. So we have our goals, our data, and we're ready to dip our toes in with a pilot program. What else should we keep in mind? This is where it gets really interesting. We've got the groundwork done, the pilot program ready, but now I want to hear about how it's actually working. The document's got all these real-world examples of companies using AI in cool ways. Tell me more.
Oh, there are tons. One that really stood out was in product design. It's always been a long process, right? Designing something, making prototypes.
Yeah, especially physical products. Creating those molds, testing them, tweaking them takes forever.
Exactly. But companies are using AI to totally change that, which the document talks about. Like, imagine making hundreds, thousands of designs just by clicking a few buttons,
Yeah.
all based on what you need, the limitations you have.
Okay, that sounds like it's straight out of a movie. How does that even work?
AI-powered design tools. They basically feed these tools tons of data,
Hmm.
existing designs, what materials are like, even physics simulations. Then the AI takes over, tries out all these different possibilities, adjusts shapes, makes things stronger or lighter, even suggests totally new materials.
So it's like having a superpower design team working with your human team.
More like having a whole bunch of them. And it's not just for the big companies either. The document mentioned a small furniture company doing this. They use AI to make custom furniture, fits each customer's room and style.
That's wild. To talk about personalization. What other industries are like really embracing AI in unexpected ways?
This might surprise you, but supply chain management, remember Unilever,
Yeah.
the social media analysis thing.
Of course, data-driven decisions, right?
Yep. Well, they're also using AI to make their supply chain way better, like predicting when demand's going to change, spotting problems before they happen, even automating how they handle inventory.
So they're making it smarter, faster, and more responsive to what customers want.
Exactly, which
Mhm.
is huge now more than ever. With all the unexpected disruptions, AI helps businesses roll with the punches and bounce back quicker, which gives them a real edge over the competition.
For sure. Okay, so we've talked about the potential, seen cool examples, but let's be practical. How do we measure what AI is actually doing for us? At the end of the day, businesses want to see results.
You're telling me it's not enough to just have AI because it's trendy. You need to prove its worth. And that starts with knowing what to measure in the first place.
So what kind of things should we be tracking?
Well, it depends on what you're aiming for, but there are two main types: hard ROI and soft ROI.
I've heard those terms, but remind me what they mean again.
Sure. Hard ROI, that's all the stuff you can easily measure, put actual numbers on, like sales going up, costs going down, getting more efficient, stuff like that. Say you have an AI chatbot for customer questions. You can track how many chats it handles, how long it takes to solve problems, even how satisfied customers are with it.
So it's about putting hard data behind what AI is doing.
Right. But then you have soft ROI, and that's trickier. It's about the good things that happen because of AI, but they're harder to measure.
Okay, now I'm really curious. Give me an example.
Say you're using AI to look at customer data so you can create a more personalized experience. That could mean they stick around longer, recommend you to others, even that your own employees are more excited about their jobs. But you can't measure that as easily as, say, a drop in customer support calls.
So it's like those long-term benefits that are harder to quantify, but still really important for the business overall.
Exactly. And even though it's not as immediately satisfying as seeing sales numbers skyrocket, you got to recognize it and show your stakeholders that it matters.
This has been super insightful. But AI isn't magic, right? There have to be
Right.
challenges.
You got it. Doing AI right takes careful planning. One of the biggest hurdles is data quality. Remember, garbage in, garbage out. If your AI is learning from bad data, the results are going to be bad too.
Like trying to bake a cake with spoiled milk? Not gonna be pretty.
Exactly. Another challenge is having the right people. Managing and using AI takes specific skills, so companies need to either train their current teams or hire new people who already know this stuff.
So it's not just about the tech. It's about having the right folks to make it work.
Absolutely. And lastly, don't underestimate how important it is to be flexible. The AI world changes constantly. Be ready to experiment, learn as you go, and adjust your strategy when you need to.
Always be learning, right?
100%. Implementing AI is a journey, not a sprint to the finish line.
Well said. We've covered a lot today, figuring out off-the-shelf versus custom AI, seeing how it's used in the real world, even tackling the tough stuff. But the biggest takeaway, AI isn't just for tech giants. Any business can use it to get ahead.
It's about knowing what you need, setting your sights on what you want to achieve, and then getting creative to make AI work for you.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So here's something to think about as you start your own AI journey. What's one thing in your business that could really use a boost from AI? Until next time, happy innovating.